Juggling, it goes back, and the referee will rule a double knock on, and the scrum will pack against St. John's. And I think Dean McGrath juggling the ball there, not knocking it on, but the referee has ruled the ball was propelled forward, and a scrum will pack with the Cougars to feed the scrum, and the Cougars also to have the loose head. Just St. John's side of halfway. Have St. John's got anything left in them to come back in this game? Out to the right the ball goes. A run around movement by the Twins boy. Showing a bit of speed, this Twins boy. Taken in a hard, nice tackle by Tyson. Beautiful tackle there. On the play the ball goes to the right. Solomona again with ball skills gives it to Kabusi. Two standout players for the Cougars here. This centre three-quarter and this lock. The third tackle, St. John's are wrapped up. And St. John's taken in a tackle is the Cougars. They're 40 metres out on the fourth. It goes to the right in a jinx. And he's taken a tackle again by Tyson. And Tyson in there with Max, I think, or was it Charlie? Out to the right they go. Solomona looks for a ball, gets a beautiful ball out. That was a tremendous pass. A one-handed pass goes backwards. I think it could be with St. John's, or will the referee rule a double knock on? And I think the scrum feed will go to St. John's. Banks down, no. The scrum feed will go to the Cougars. 10 metres out from the St. John's of Lakemba line. There wouldn't be more than 10 minutes left in this game. If St. John's are going to come back, they've got to make this comeback and start it soon. They need the ball and they need to be down the other end of the field. Scrum fed and won by the Cougars. The referee ruling. What's he ruling here? The scrum's going to go down again. He's ruling a knock on by the Cougars player, and this time it'll be fed by St. John's. St. John's get the feed and loose head. Danny Youssef feeds the scrum. It's won by St. John's. Is this Max from fullback taking the ball up? That's the first tackle. Tyson looking for support on his left. Sam Mino takes it up. Having a good game, Sam Mino. That's a second. 10 metres on his own side of halfway. Tyson out to Radford. Radford's taken on the third. 10 metres on their own side of halfway. Tyson, Johnny Sardi taking the ball up. And this time managing to hold on to the ball. This is a halfway line. On it goes to Danny Youssef. Gets the ball out to Dean McGrath, who palms one off, but then he's taken in a ball and all tackle right on halfway. Tyson out to the right to Danny Youssef. And the ball has gone astray. And the scrum will pack with a Cougars feed and loose head. No, it'll be a changeover. The changeover 5 metres, Cougars side of halfway, goes to the right. The Twins boy gets it out to Solomona. Again, this man having a very good game. He managed to evade a couple of players before getting the ball back to Gabusi. Gabusi's taken in a tackle left 40 metres out. Can the Cougars put the last nail in the coffin here for St. John's? It goes to the right, the ball. It's dummied, and a beautiful tackle again around the legs by Dean McGrath. They can't run without legs. The Twins boys now go to the right, and they're looking for the tackle again. It's going to be George Batty in the tackle, is it? No, it's Sam Mino. Sam Mino takes the ball player out to the left now. On it goes. It's gone to the left, and it's going to be a try. There's a half break, and they're 10 metres out. Can St. John's scrambling defence hold on? It goes to the right. Kabusi shapes the kick, but then gives a pass out, and he's got to be close. No, the referee has ruled double movement. Has the referee ruled a double movement or a forward pass? He rules it to St. John's ball, but whatever happened, that was tremendously close. St. John's will take the tap. Sam Mino taking the ball up. He's taken about 20 metres out from his own line. This is Tyson to Danny Youssef. On to Simon Weeby, and Simon Weeby is taken around 35 metres out. Good gainage of yardage there. Big John takes the ball up, and again it's raked out. The ball is raked, and a correct decision there. 2 players in the tackle. The ball cannot be raked. And the penalty goes to St. John's. And this will be a chance for St. John's to get on an attacking raid into the half of the Cougars. They find touch with a good kick on the halfway line, waiting for the ball to take the tap. Tyson will take the tap. He does so. Takes it. Goes to the left, Danny Youssef. Simon Weeby takes the ball up. And he's taken in a tackle 10 metres on the Cougars side of halfway. Tyson again to Danny Youssef. Dean McGrath looks for support, shapes on the inside and then goes outside. I think it's George Batty standing out there in the centres. And he's taken 40 metres out. Tyson to go to the right. This is Danny Youssef. Danny Youssef to Big John. Big John taken 20 metres out from the line. Plays the ball. Tyson goes to the left for Danny Youssef. Danny Youssef to Joseph Dada. And Joe Dada is taken 10 or 15 metres out from the Cougars line. The referee rules a 4th tackle. On it goes to Tyson. Tyson to Danny Youssef, blindside to Dean McGrath. Dean's got to be close. He's a couple of metres out. Danny Youssef from dummy half puts in a kick. And the kick's going to go in goal. It's allowed to bounce. And punched out the back there by the Cougars player, number 3. And it'll be a goal line dropout. And another chance for St. John's to put a score on the board. The goal line dropout. It's taken by Joe Dada. And Joe Dada has gone close. He's run the ball back all the way back to the 1 metre out of the try line. Tyson was going to go to the right here with Dean McGrath. Dean looks for support. He's taken in the 2nd tackle. Can St. John's put the ball over the line? They go from dummy half. That's the 3rd. Tyson, what's Tyson going to do? Is he going to go from dummy half? No, he passes it out to back. I think it's been batted back by a Cougars player. And I think it's Fatty Basil with the ball. And Basil is taken in a tackle 10 metres out. He plays it. It's gone from Tyson to Dean McGrath, holding the ball with one hand, Dean. It goes out wide to Desmond, and Desmond scores for St. John's. Desmond goes over for St. John's in the corner, and putting St. John's back into this game. It's St. John's now 10, the Cougars 16. Sideline eye, Tony Magoo. The conversion missed by Dean, but the score is now still St. John's in this game. I think it's St. John's 10, the Cougars 16. John showing that they can score a try with the ball. The Cougars to kick off. There wouldn't be very many minutes left in this game. There's no scoreboard to indicate the minutes, so I don't know the exact time. And I think it's, who's that? Is that Big John to knock the ball on off the kickoff?
Oh, wait. That's
Big. 5 metres out from the St. John's line. Cougars win the scrum win. They go to the left. It's gone a run-around movement to Kabusi out the back. They're taking first tackle. St. John's are going to have their scrambling defence tested, and they go blindside, and there's a simple try to the winger, number 3. I think that was Innes. And now that's the last nail in the coffin for St. John's. This game is over. St. John's looking desperate behind the try line there. And it is now here at Lidcombe Oval. The Cougars of Bankstown 20, St. John's 0. Sideline eye, Tony Magoo. Yes, the St. John's players have not been playing well at all, and I think they're relying too much on a couple of players, as they did in the first half. The conversion attempt wayward and unsuccessful. I think the Cougars are yet to get a conversion attempt. But nevertheless, they're in front on the scoreboard. The score is 24 Cougars, 10 St. John's. And that try coming off a mistake by St. John's off the kickoff, a knock-on, allowing the Cougars to score a try, get their 6 tackles close to the St. John's line. Here's the St. John's kickoff, and it's taken, and St. John's tackle the Cougars player 10 metres out. From the play the ball, this is Innes. The second tackle. That's the full-time hooter. And the final score here is at the Lidcombe Oval. The Bankstown Cougars 24, St John's of Lakemba 0.